I leave you with a slow motion clip and a request. If you could see any two figures of history, any two people, have a rap battle, who would they be? It could be from different times. It could be fictional versus non-fictional. You could do Indiana Jones versus Batman. You could do Abraham Lincoln versus King Tut. I'm curious, who would you like to see in a great rap battle of history? Have a wonderful day.
Seashells. She sells. Fuck. She sells. Fuck. I could open this video with a basic explanation of epic rap battles of history, but that's not really needed. Everyone's seen at least one of these in their life. They're probably on most people's YouTube Mount Rushmore. The average person my age loved listening to these in middle school, but significantly less people continued listening to them on a regular basis well into their 20s. As you may be deducing, I belong to that group, and it's something I'm tired of being forced into shame over. Today, we're going to take a look at the history of these epic rap battles, how they blossomed from a simple drunken night of passion into the titan of YouTube comedy music they are today, and we're going to be ranking every single installment in a tier list along the way, just like the Lord intended. Let's get into it. By the way, earlier I said a drunken night of passion, and I'm realizing that makes it sound like sex, like gay sex. I just meant passion for like rap and comedy. Okay, hey, what's up? I felt like ranking all of the epic rap battles of history in a tier list format. I figured that's okay because you clicked on it, the video, this one. So let's go.
Why you pissed off all the time? Didn't your mom give you a cuddle? You're the type of guy who could die of a
This is stuck in, it's only 480p. That's kind of crazy.
You fucking long hair, living in your yellow submarine.
So honestly, I think they kind of hit it out of the park their first try. I think this one, it has a simplistic funkiness that ERB rarely achieves. I think most of the time they have a sort of theatrical quality to their beats and their general musical presentation, which I think is fine and it works for what it is. But sometimes, you know, when they are rap battles, you know, those kind of start the origins of you know, simplistic rap battles kind of start in simplistic beats, just being kind of basically funky that you can do. You know what you get what I'm saying? You know, when O'Reilly says, "I'd rather suck George Bush's dick than Yoko Ono's," apparently even Lennon himself made this comparison. According to Yoko, he said, "Do you know why I like you?" Sorry. Do you know why I like you? No, that's not good.
The Beatles, the four Beatles, us.
From Liverpool.
Yes, we are from Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Wait, no, that's not. He talks more like this, doesn't he?
Don't you agree, John Lennon?
Yes, Dewey Cox. Do you know why I like you? Because you look like a bloke in drag. You're like a mate.
That was, oh fuck, that was so bad.
Imagine.
I'm gonna put John Lennon versus Bill O'Reilly in A tier, because I think there's some really good disses in it. I really like the fact that Peter doesn't even try to do a British accent for John Lennon. It's really fucking funny.
I'm John Lennon.
And the beat goes really fucking hard. I love that bass line. I love that little... Moving on, I mean, I'll probably play clips from each. I'm not gonna maybe personally watch each one. Sometimes if I just feel like I want a little refresher on what it sounds like. But I will say, and this might be the first thing that pisses people off about this. I've always thought is extremely overrated.
I am Adolf Hitler!
The now iconic introduction of the character was later regretted by series co-creator Nice Peter, telling Inverse, "When we made the Hitler battle, Hitler was accepted by all as an evil lesson from the past. We don't want to shout, 'I am Adolf Hitler,' in a room full of people. It was funny when we made it. Now it's not funny, so we don't do it." There's some of the most caked in Reddit humor, which I think tends to be the dark side of ERB, if you will.
You call that a mustache? I call that dirty Sanchez on your lip.
Vader insults Hitler's infamous mustache, comparing it to a dirty Sanchez, referring to the shock value sex act that consists of feces purposely being smeared onto a partner's upper lip to imitate a mustache. I did not know that's what a fucking dirty Sanchez was. What the hell? There's a lot of cool, clever, creative stuff going on in Epic Rap Battles of History. There's a lot of cool history references. There's a lot of clever wordplay. There's a lot you can learn about how to write and how to make rap music. But I think at its worst...
You stink, Vader! Your star smells something sour! You need to wash up, dog! Here, step in my shower!
Hitler takes a dig at Vader's rapping skills, comparing it to his hygiene, a trick to get him to enter into one of Nazi Germany's concentration camp gas chambers. During the Holocaust, the Jews were tricked into thinking they were going into a group shower when in actuality... I've rambled about this long enough. I just, they've always annoyed me. I liked them when I was like 11. It always kind of throws me for a loop when Vader ends the battle by saying, "We'll call my homeboy in Israel." I mean, it's like, when you think about it, it actually has aged really well, because it's Darth Vader saying it, you know? It's just like Space Hitler. So, not surprised that he would have a homeboy in Israel, is what I'm saying. Fork found in kitchen is what I'm saying.
Suck my robot ball.
How does anyone find that funny?
Okay, so I wanted to go through some of the behind the scenes of Epic Rap Battles of History. So there's no behind the scenes for John Lennon versus Bill O'Reilly, but there is one for Vader versus Hitler. And I mean, the only thing I'll really say about it is that it's really fucking boring.
Hey, does anybody know where the bathroom is?
Can you put your hand up? Yeah, I feel like that would be cool.
I feel sweaty.
Not Hitler?
Oh, it smells like vodka.
But that's to be expected when you're running an operation this small. When ERB first started, it wasn't even ERB. It was just an idea for a funny YouTube video that some improv comedians came up with one night while drunk. I think I mentioned that earlier. It's really not important, I just always think it sounds much cooler when famous artistic ideas were first dreamt up while under the influence, which is kinda childish now that I'm admitting it out loud. Peter is clearly very creatively ambitious. Going through his early work, I found him bursting with energy in every single thing he did, no matter how silly the idea was.
Fuck you, man, I ain't gay. Fuck you, man, I ain't gay. Fuck you, man, I ain't gay. I'm gay.
He has a way of taking simple, often childish ideas and turning them into something.
Orange!
When Peter first moved to LA, Lloyd got him a gig with his improv group, Mission Improvable.
Oh, brother!
And also, I mean, I don't know why I needed this revealed, because, you know, most bald men did at some point have hair, but it is just very strange to see that he did at some point have hair, and it wasn't even that long ago, it seems.
Our agents who have left the room are going to be selling you items, but they don't know what they are yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, have I got something for you? It's noodles. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's like noodles, except you chop it, you hammer it, you stir it, you mix it. I'm giving you muffins. Yes, choppy muffins. Now, this isn't any normal tiger that we'll be selling tonight. This is a crazy tiger. This tiger's got a craps gambling problem. This tiger is sticky. It's spotted tiger. It's a lumpy tiger. I'm chopping the vegetable, it's a cucumber!
Cucumber's correct, continue.
And you, okay, now this cucumber is...
Now switch.
And I think this probably heavily fueled their ability to turn this half-in-the-bag idea into a reality. They had costumes, equipment, and most importantly, a private space to scream things that you should probably only be screaming in private.
So this is where we write the Epic Rap Battles of History. It's a creative space, and you can yell. And you can yell as Adolf Hitler, and no one's gonna look at you strange. If I were to do that in my apartment, I am Adolf Hitler!
This is the main stage, which is also the second stage, and also the karaoke stage. It's every stage. We just have the one
stage.
I'm gonna put the first one D tier. It annoys me. I don't like it. Okay, the next one is,
Hey guys, Crunk Abe Lincoln here.
and I'm basically just gonna copy paste what I said about Darth Vader versus Adolf Hitler onto this one.
I'll rip your chest hairs out! Put them in my mouth!
Bruce Lee ripped Chuck's chest hairs out, but he did not put them in his mouth. So Abe Lincoln is saying he is much tougher, because, you know, hair is hard to digest. I think it's slightly less annoying, so I am gonna put it in the C tier. I do think my favorite line in the battle has gotta be, "I've got my face on the side of a mountain, you voted for John McCain." I mean, honestly, this whole verse wins it for me. I got a bucket full in my head and I'm about to make it rain. One thing I found interesting about this is, like, maybe I just have like a poor perception of the strength of the human body and or the heaviness of coins. Because when I saw that this was done practically with real pennies, I cringed watching it. I was like, you're not actually gonna pour, you could break his neck. I don't see, it looks like it was fine. You block bullets with your beard, I catch them with my skull. I'd make fun of Walker, Texas Ranger, but I've never even seen the show. And then Chuck Norris just weakly ends it with a bunch more Chuck Norris jokes that other people wrote for him. You know what I mean? I split the Union with a roundhouse kick. I wear a black belt on the beard that I grow on my dick. That sounds like it looks ugly. And it's gross and uncomfortable and pointless. You tie on a little belt around your little fucking ball hairs every morning? Wow, that's so cool, Chuck Norris. But unfortunately, the Chuck Norris jokes, I feel like a lot of people really thought those were gonna be evergreen.
They named a street after Chuck Norris, but they had to change it because no one survives if they cross Chuck Norris.
Only 3 episodes in, and ERB was quickly gaining steam. With that came an increased effort into each battle. They started having other popular YouTubers guest star, started hiring additional crew, and investing more into costumes and props. There's something really beautiful about seeing artists be able to expand on their craft because it's successful enough to warrant full-time commitment.
I'm wearing boys' tidy briefs, and those aren't gonna do, so I'm slipping into some sort of hot pink spandex girls' underpants. But I'm gonna bone a chick while I'm in there, so it's cool.
It's crazy that, like, the entirety of Sarah Palin's disses kind of just amount to, I'm pretty sure you're a man in a dress. I think you got a penis under there.
But you ain't a lady at all.
And like Lady Gaga just keeps having all these great disses.
Go back to your igloo. Spend some time with your kids before they're pregnant.
And Sarah Palin just keeps being like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you have balls though. Okay, so that's one of the first of many that I would categorize as an extremely underrated ERB. I think both of the impressions are on point. A lot of the jokes have aged really well and they still make me laugh. And in fact, as I get older, I appreciate them more.
Governor of Alaska? That's like the principal of a home school.
Sarah Palin versus Lady Gaga is getting a B tier, definitely. Because, you know, like, for a while I think I found the beat a little annoying because I felt like it was very grounded in like 2008 style club music or something. But I feel like that style of music has made a bit of a resurgence with the hyper pop, Charlie XCX, Arca kind of era of music. And so I've almost started to gravitate back towards this sort of whiny, synthy, annoying club pop. That was all complete nonsense, wasn't it? Oh, man. Now, you might have noticed that OG YouTube star Lisa Nova guest starred as Sarah Palin for this battle, famous for such hits as Hillary vs. Obama, featuring none other than Jordan Peele from Black Horror.
And FYI, maybe if Hillary had been blowing something besides lines, then Bill wouldn't have had to...
Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is.
Dumb Water, a sketch about a man who sells a bottled mixture of rain and tap water that makes you dumb.
I still think George Bush is doing a hell of a job.
And she already had a sketch that established her ability to do a pretty solid Sarah Palin impression.
The only reason that you're on this ticket at all is because Joe Lieberman's a big Jewy juju bean.
Don't talk down to me, John McCain.
She even did an interview with Dax Flame back in the day.
People are raging on the YouTube. They're saying, Did you know that Lisa Nova, does she have robots that are her slaves to make comments for her?
Sounds... Oh, what?
Okay, I don't need to listen to Hulk Hogan versus Kim Jong-Il.
This is the single most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Why is it so thick?
It's I think another one that's like, it's not super Reddit humor. I think it just feels dated. It's not like nobody's talking about Hulk Hogan. I mean, nobody was ever really talking about Hulk Hogan.
Been hiding my beard on toilet seats across the nation. Piece by piece, I'm putting it back together.
It's not like North Korea's fascism isn't trendy anymore, so it's not as fun to watch. There's just something about it that feels very 2011, you know? Which is kind of the case for a lot of the early ERBs. You can't really fault them for that. You never really know to what degree the art you're making is grounded in the time you are making it in and will age poorly just because of the time it is associated with. I feel like I'm just talking a bunch of fucking bullshit today. I gotta say, probably one of my favorite lines in the battle is the opening one. The name's Kim Jong, I got a license to ill? That's crazy.
The name's Kim Jong, I got a license to ill. Make you swallow my rhymes like a steroids pill.
Oh, hey, look, it's Tim Chantarangsu. A pronunciation I'm somewhat confident in.
Chantarangsu. She pestered him, compelling Sue.
Formerly known as Timothy De La Ghetto, who I know from his collaborations with Dashi back in the day.
Man, look at our showroom. This shit big as fuck. It's filled to the brim with couches and sofas.
Oh, both of all that.
For real.
But you might know from such hits as Call Me Maybe, Creepy Parody.
I got my phone, took a pic, send it to yours, you should click. Yeah, look at that, that's my dick. But now I'm so horny.
And of course, who could forget the timeless What Women Think versus What Men Think.
Pervert?
What'd I do? Oh, damn this hard dick of mine!
The royal penis is clean, Your Highness.
Thank you. King shit.
You got a ringside seat to your own SmackDown, brother. You look like Sonic the Hedgehog's mother.
Kim Jong-Il looks like Queen Alina Hedgehog, Sonic's mother, spiky-haired, cartoonish, and effeminate. It's most likely that the line only meant to imply that he looks like a female version of Sonic. You be the judge.
Beijing is in China, you blonde asshole. It's gotta be my favorite line of the rap.
Beijing is in China, you blonde asshole! I'm a god amongst men, you're a suburban commando!
Oh, apparently Suburban Commando is a movie starring Hulk Hogan.
Tag, you're it.
I think Peter just felt really good in the Hulk suit, even though it obviously doesn't look good. And I don't think they were trying to make it look like realistic, you know, just, I think that's what kind of works about the charm of these, is you just really got to evoke the general vibes. You don't, and I mean, his impression, I think, does a lot of the work. And, you know, he does actually kind of have a pretty similar face to Hulk Hogan.
The Hulkster's coming, and he's coming for you. And he's gonna grab you, and he's gonna give you a hug. Cause I've changed.
But I guess he's just really feeling himself in the Hulk suit, because he ended up going out in public a lot in this. There's like 2 or 3 different videos on his channel just of him going out wearing the Hulk suit and talking to people, pretending to be Hulk Hogan.
Epic rap battle of history! Oh! Oh, yeah! I need some scissors. Epic rap battle of history! Oh! I'm gonna help these ladies cross the street if they need it. Just know if you need any assistance, we'll stop traffic for you, no problem. I eat chains. Those ladies are self-sufficient. They didn't need any help crossing the street. Duel the bit on
I'm gonna put Hulk Hogan versus Kim Jong-Il in C tier. It's fine, I guess, whatever, I don't care. Oh, God. Look, this fucking guy, that's not Brock Baker, is it? Is it Brock Baker? Have I never really realized it was Brock Baker? Is it? Anyway, it's a terrible Justin Bieber impression.
Your music is terrible. Who even listens to classical anyway? Even the least wants to do me. And now that you're right next to me, I can understand why they use the dog to play you.
This makes me cringe more than any Justin Bieber moment or song has ever made me cringe. There's just too much malice in it. He's just it's like how we made fun of Justin Bieber in middle school being like, I'm such a fucking blue bitch. Like, that doesn't actually sound, you sound more like Cartman, you know what I mean? Like, I get that he's annoying and you want to make him sound annoying because you don't like him, but you actually have to try to evoke the vibe, and I just don't think he does that at all. It's a terrible impression.
Oh, cool. Mexican soda pop. And it's in a glass bottle. Cool.
What is he fucking doing? What are you doing, dude? Is this like Planet of the... Are you a chimp? What is this? I also want to say now, I think the line, your music gets you bitches on your Facebook pages has like aged kind of poorly, because I get that at the time he's saying like, you know, I leave a legacy and all you do is like get pretty women to flirt with you. Like those two things, like that's as high as you can go. I get the diss, I get the comparison, but it's just unintentional flattery, you know what I mean? My music gets me bitches on my Facebook pages? Hell yeah, dude. I need to log on to Facebook. It's been a minute. Apparently I got bitches on there.
Your music gets you bitches on your Facebook page. I'm committing verbal murder.
Also, okay, I think here's the thing. This one is also... I just feel like that'd be... It's sort of a hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby situation. But then when you unironically are just like, the hydrogen bomb would totally fucking destroy that dumbass coughing baby, it's like... yeah. One theme I want you to start to notice pretty quickly is that while I think Nice Peter has a very, deep and storied sense of humor, one of his most common recurring jokes is that he seems to think it's really funny when characters you don't associate with being horny are horny.
I was hitting this sweet ass the other night after the concert.
I was getting wasted at the club, and I saw, just 2-3 dozen hoes.
I would smack you, but in Germany we don't hit little girls.
Beethoven is from Germany, and he implies that Justin Bieber is a little girl, and Beethoven wants to whip him, but he can't, because JB is a girl. Okay, there's this one moment where whoever this is, potentially Brock Baker, Walmart Brock Baker, gives like an actually good Bieber impression for just like 6 seconds.
Hey, wait. You talk to my producer? Did you talk to my producer? Hey, nah, I can't do this, no. I didn't sign anything.
Like, why couldn't you bring like a fraction of that to the performance? Why your performance sounds nothing like that. I guess my favorite line is probably the ending line from Beethoven of, there's a crowd of millions waiting to hear my symphonies. You want to be a little white usher, here, show them to their seats. That's... Oh, man, where do you get this stuff? Hey everyone, Editing Sam here to say that this is in fact not Brock Baker, the voiceover and impression artist from YouTube.
I think we've had enough of your jokes.
What do you get
I don't think
when
so.
you cross
I think
a
we're
mentally
done
ill
here.
loner with a society that abandons him and treats him like
Call the
trash?
police, Gene.
I'll tell you what you get.
the police.
You get what you can deserve.
Nor is he Bart Baker, the person I was actually thinking of, the god-awful parody song creator turned Japanese sellout, also from YouTube.
Fuck you, Elon Musk, you smoking bitch. Fuck Tesla. Chilling in my Lambo, stacking crypto.
This is actually a gentleman by the name of Alex Farnham, and a quick perusing through his YouTube career shows me that I haven't really been missing out on much.
Girl, come a bit closer.
He did actually make a rap video of his own with Nice Peter, in which he gives an impression of Jack Sparrow that makes me think he's only ever seen pictures of him and is just making assumptions as to what he sounds like.
Now I know you all thought Jack was greedy for that gold, but here's all my gold shillings, take my last gold filling. Jack's back to commandeer gold sacks, you buccaneer.
He also, weirdly enough, has a video with Bart Baker, where he plays Lil Pump speaking like a nerdy Caucasian.
I think next week or something like that, I'm gonna be on Jimmy Fallon, and that's like, whoa, my heart is beating.
I'm gonna put this one in D tier as well, because it's annoying. The beat is stupid, the humor is stupid, the Justin Bieber impression sucks. I feel like I'm coming across like an offended Bieber stan. I've never really been into any Justin Bieber song. I promise I don't. And back in the day, I was also really into hating Justin Bieber. Trust me, I'm all about that train. It just feels like it hasn't aged well. It annoys me now. You know what I mean? Try harder. 2010s epic rap battles of history. Oh, fuck.
What you messing with here, boy? I got 12-inch rims on my chair, that's how I roll, y'all. You look like someone glued a mustache on a troll doll.
I really like that he's playing Flappy Bird on his little wheelchair iPad. That's funny. That's a good gag, right?
Do not smile. The Germans do not smile.
But Einstein was kind of jolly.
He was.
And this is the first appearance of Zach Sherwin, aka his stage name at the time, MC Mr. Napkins. I doubt that's still his stage name. That's very rooted in like 2011 humor, so I should hope he doesn't still go by that, but if he does, you know, I'll respect it. I actually remember watching a lot of Zach's rap videos in middle school, specifically Krav Maga.
Well, it's called Krav Maga. Krav Maga. It's not Greek like baklava, it's Israeli, ooh, like falafel,
And Letter C, which I remember being the pinnacle of high IQ Reddit humor white boy fast rap.
Man, I wish I could have hit him with the zinger. Should have served him with the verbal equivalent of a middle finger, and now it'll linger forever.
I spent a surprising amount of time like trying to figure out how he would sit in this, you know, how would his arms be, how would his hands be, how would his legs be. We looked at a lot of pictures. I guess all I'm trying to say is that I'm not making fun of handicapped people. I'm trying to. No, I'm making fun of handicapped.
So take a seat, Steve. Oh, I see you brought your own.
Stephen Hawking was a sufferer of amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, also known as ALS, which is a fatal neurodegenerative disease that gradually paralyzes a person over decades. From then on, Hawking technically had a seat everywhere he went.
I read today about a 10-year-old girl with Down syndrome who was taken from her mother and put in a cage. I read about did you say want?
I'll be stretching up the brine like gravity stretches time when you try to put your little pea brain against this kind of mind.
Okay, this I didn't know. This is actually pretty interesting. The P-brain/P-brain oronym works on 3 levels. Hold on, you're getting too ahead of me here. A type of toponym designating a proper name of a mountain or hill. Same sounding phrases. Okay, that's probably more. It's one of these two. I'm leaning towards this one, but it could be the proper name of a mountain or hill. A P-brain is a vital component of string theory, which Hawking utilized for his work. A P-brain is a foolish or unintelligent person, the term likening the subject's brain to the size of a pea, and Einstein's brain was notably approximately 14% smaller than the average adult brain.
That's true. That's like 100%. Everything you said was true.
I'll be dropping mad apples on your head from the shoulders of giants. I was a giant whose shoulders you'd have stood on if you could stand.
On the Shoulders of Giants is a book Stephen Hawking published in 2002. It is a compilation of influential scientific texts, including Newton Principia and Albert Einstein's The Principle of Relativity, that Hawking edited and provided commentary for. The title of the book was inspired by an Isaac Newton quote, specifically, "If I have seen further, it is only by standing on the shoulders of giants," which was a variation of a phrase attributed to 12th century French philosopher Bernard of Chartres, I think, who wrote, "We the moderns are like dwarves perched on the shoulders of giants, the ancients, and thus we are able to see more and farther than the latter. And this is not at all because of the acuteness of our sight or the stature of our body, but because we are carried aloft and elevated by the magnitude of the giants."
There are 10 million particles in the universe that we can observe. Your mama took the ugly ones and put them into one nerve.
Yeah, you know, I've really never thought about the Carl Sagan reference. It doesn't really make sense.
I'm about to big raps from scratch like Carl Sagan.
Hawking is saying he makes his raps up in the moment from scratch. What does that have to do with Carl Sagan? I think that's your job. What's the point of annotating this to say, I don't know what this line means?
If you wish to make an apple pie from scratch, you must first invent the universe.
When we do the Lloyd cameos, I should explain this. Like, Lloyd is a part of every single rap, but sometimes we need a tall German dude.
Carl Sagan in the house.
I literally need to say nothing about that. That one's going in S tier. Obviously. The reason behind Easter is the death and resurrection of Jesus. Peace is a main idea throughout the holiday, and Khan was known for his violent acts. That's so true.
Why you gonna battle? I invented hip-hop.
The genius annotation? This guy hops.
Silly rabbit, you need more than luck. You've got 2 giant ears but can't hear that you suck. I drive a Mongol horde, your army is weak. What?
Great diss, man. That was sick, dude. Yeah, in case you were wondering, by the way, Khan is pointing out the irony as the Easter Bunny has these huge ears. But he still can't hear how horrible he sounds. That's,
You got a bucket on your head and a Fu Manchu!
Also, props to Mary Doodles for putting on the Fu Manchu mustache and not immediately just doing a racist Chinese accent.
Buy me a gin and tonic, babe.
Mary Huza, what now? Mary Doodles was a key ERB contributor during the first few seasons, designing most of the costumes and props and, according to the wiki, serving as art supervisor during seasons 2 and 3. She can be seen in just about every single behind-the-scenes video, pulling all the stops to design the coolest shit for the least amount of money.
The spirit gum isn't working on Lloyd's head, so when in doubt, gaff tape it.
Excited for gaff tape. This is what happens when you don't have any of your own hair to stick things on.
She constructed the Hitler and Carbonite set piece for the second installment of Darth Vader versus Adolf Hitler, but that's from season 2, and we're not looking at that. You'll only want me to examine the first season, right? You wouldn't want me to go on for another couple of hours talking about all 91 installments of Epic Rap Battles of History, would you? I mean, I can't imagine a world in which that's true, but if it is, you'll just have to communicate that with me by smashing that fucking thumbs up and hitting that goddamn like and subscribe button. Anyway, what were we talking about?
It's just another day murdering and raping people. Do we have to rape it again? Oh my god. Rape.
Come on, set me, please.
Okay, I do think the
Great Wall couldn't keep you out of China.
is like a bad line to have like in a rap battle, because like I get that he's like calling him annoying, you know, like you just can't take the hint, you don't know when to fuck off. But like his goal wasn't to listen to people and make friends, he wanted to invade, and you know, the other stuff he did. And so like with this, you're basically just saying you are like extraordinarily persistent, and it's like that's maybe not a great thing to throw out in a rap battle, that you think that of your opponent, you know? But you know.
Come on! You bunny ass about to feel the wrath of Khan! Silly rabbit!
Genghis Khan was known for his cruelty, especially his torturing methods. I think that's fair to say. The Wrath of Khan is also the name of a Star Trek film where the main antagonist, Khan, has superhuman abilities. The Easter Bunny will have to face both Khans in this battle, and he will lose. No. I think it's just a little like wordplay reference, because he's Genghis Khan and he's wrathful, and it's just like, it's a funny, because already basically the joke of this whole series is the kind of juxtaposition, frequently at least, of very olden times people engaging in something as new age as a rap battle. So I think it's just kind of adding on to that joke to have them reference modern things that they wouldn't have lived to see. I don't think Genghis Khan I don't think there was quite enough overlap for him to have seen Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. Maybe? I'll check. I don't really know where this annotator is getting the idea that the Easter Bunny will have to face both Khans in this battle. The Khan from Star Trek doesn't show up, like Genghis doesn't tag him in, you know what I mean?
Take it easy, baby, no need for this meanness. We should keep it peaceful, homeboy, Jesus.
The 3 Jesuses that pop up are, from left to right, Jesus of Nazareth, a Hispanic landscaper, presumably named Jesus, which is a traditional Mexican given name, and
fucking Santana. That creep can roll, man.
Yeah, but he's a pervert, dude. He's a sex offender with a record.
From Poland to Korea, I ravaged the land. Now my DNA's in dudes from New York to Japan.
I mean, I did know this, that Genghis Khan supposedly had sex with so many women. Probably much of it non-consensual. You know what, I'm willing to say all of it. Everyone has a 0.5 chance of being related to the man. This feels like a bad time to bring up that Genghis Khan and I have the same birthday. So do me and Clint Eastwood, by the way, another epic rap battles of history star.
Yeah, I mean, it's stupid. It feels like nothing. I like the beat though, so I guess I'll give it C tier. Whatever, I don't care.
You tossing it to him, and that's the only shot we got with that egg.
So tell us about the procedure of making a rap battle.
Now, I've gone through these battles several times each while working on this project, and I've actually looked into lyrics that I've never bothered to look into before. And this battle has a lot of really cool references to history and some really interesting wordplay. It taught me about Horatio Nelson, a British Royal Navy officer who was apparently really good at whooping French ass, and it taught me what half Nelson was. Yeah, I didn't grow up watching wrestling, hold your tomatoes. And it makes the line, "I'll put you in a half Horatio Nelson," hit that much harder. It also taught me about the fact that Napoleon was exiled to an island twice in his life. After the War of the Sixth Coalition, Napoleon was exiled to the island of Elba, just off the Tuscan coast. He tried to drink poison to get out of it, but I guess he had bought it too long ago and its potency had weakened too much, so he got shipped off anyway. Then he gets news that his wife dies and he gets super depressed, but then, I guess, like, super motivated, and he sneaks on a boat back to France. He meets back up with his boys and he's like, there's a plane passing. He meets back up with his boys and he's like, let's fucking finish this, and then he fucks it up again and gets shipped to an island in the Atlantic and dies of stomach cancer. There was a bit more to it than that, and I encourage you to read about it if it's not already a part of history you're familiar with. Our education system is pretty terrible after all. And I applaud ERB for frequently finding ways to remind people that there's fun ways to learn, even in small ways. That being said, as a rap battle, it kind of sucks to listen to.
Basically, the only thing I think that battle's got going for it is that I like the vibes of the Napoleon Dynamite beat. That little weird, like, kind of strangy ass guitar. C tier. Oh, I want y'all to prepare yourself, because this is the first battle coming up that I feel passionate about.
Benny's got chitin tea, but you're in for a shock when I strike you with bolts from my lightning rod cock. Stop!
Franklin also invented the lightning rod, although he probably didn't invent one that was also a penis that could shoot lightning bolts at your enemies, like Maze says he'll do. The cock part is a visual pun, as the weather vane Maze holds up clearly has a rooster on top.
You follow me, camera guy? Cause it's about to get furious. You're gonna love my nuts until you're bifocal curious.
Look, I'll admit that bifocal curious, it's a little bit jumbly, but I just love how the wordplay just flows and never ends. You're gonna love my nuts, you know, cause that's the thing he said.
You're gonna love my nuts.
Until you're bifocal curious. Your boy George chopped down trees. You couldn't break a piece of balsa. There's not really any wordplay there. It's just saying you're weaker than George Washington. But then slap chop your face, make a double chin salsa. There's also not really any wordplay there per se, but I like the way the references are being tied in. It just feels real good. Your style's so broke, they call you Poor Richard, which I will say now that I'm really thinking about it doesn't really work, because just earlier up here, Billy Mays, the guy who tagged in Vince ShamWow, called him foppish, which means like being too vain. And like having too much emphasis on like the material things and aesthetics and stuff like that. So, but then again, it could go even harder, because he's like, you know what? My co-star here was being a little too kind, I think. I think you're pretty goddamn broke. And then he decides to go that route and say, you're broke, I'm flexing on you. It's bad enough, I gotta see you every time I tip a stripper. In case you don't know, Benny Frank's Beyond the Hunted.
Your style's so broke, they call you Poor Richard. You bad enough, I gotta see you every time I tip a stripper. Rich against a body father's just too bad. Cause after this, America's gonna lose a dad.
Hey, this man, you're really hot. He really hot, bro. He really hot. He is bringing up the bread. What were you thinking?
That fucking Vince ShamWow verse is one of my favorite pieces of media of all time. And I won't be taking questions on that. S tier, let's move on.
You see how it soaks it up? Well, what towel can't do that? It's not getting it off.
Hey everyone, Sam here from this video. Fun fact, the guy who guest stars as Billy Mays in this battle is actually the co-founder of West Side Comedy Theater, the very same theater where Lloyd and Peter did improv, and he's the co-creator of their improv group. He even seems like he got decent work doing commercials in the 2010s.
I am a funnel cake guy. I love funnel cake.
So he's basically already just like the real Billy Mays. Isn't that just one of the facts that you've learned in this video? Okay, listen, I'm not gonna have much to say about the lyrics on this one, because I've always hated this one, because look, I have a respect for Lord of the Rings, I just don't really care about it. Maybe at some point I'll dive into that, but you know, from what I've seen, it's just not really my thing. And I fucking hate Harry Potter. I hated it when I was a kid. I read like 2 of the books, and they were fucking stupid. I didn't like the world. I didn't like the way it was written. And at this point, obviously now I hate fucking Harry Potter.
What house would you be in? I don't care. I hate that transphobic bitch. I don't want to be in her fucking book.
And so this is just gonna be a bunch of fucking stupid, nerdy Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter. It's just so like, Battle of the Nerds. Which fandom will win? Doctor Who or Sherlock? Like, shut up. Tom Riddle me this, you bitch. Great, because Tom Riddle played Draco Malfoy. That's right, and he's still...
Scared Potter.
Wait, no, Tom Riddle. That's Tom Felton. Who's Tom Riddle again? Oh, it's his government. It's Voldemort's government name. But why is it a Riddler reference? Oh, cause Riddle. Yeah, I'm just a little high right now, never mind.
Your ass is like Gringotts, everyone makes a deposit. We all know you've more than a Bogart in your closet. It's a prophecy.
According to the Harry Potter books, the Bogart is the creature which lives in the closet, and Dumbledore's gay. Implying that he takes it up the ass? Your ass is like Gringotts, everyone makes a deposit. That fucking hell.
It's so disrespectful for you to say something like that. I'll tie a new knot to your beard with your wrinkly balls.
As you get older, the white of your testicles makes your sack longer and longer down. And since Dumbledore's really old, Gandalf is saying he can tie a no in Dumbledore's beard with them. Worth mentioning that Dumbledore already has one knot in his beard.
Dumbledore versus Gandalf is D tier. I don't fucking... If you're pissed off about that, then leave me an angry comment or something. I don't care, dickhead. It's around this point that I noticed a bit of a recurring joke where Lloyd, at some point in his costume transformation, would act as a sketchy heroin dealer.
Hey, bro. You want to buy some heroin?
You guys want to buy some heroin?
Anybody want to buy some heroin? You guys want to buy some heroin?
I'm gonna piss some more people off. Dr. Seuss versus William Shakespeare. Also a bit overrated. I'ma be real.
In Shakespeare's time, biting one's thumb was a derisive gesture, roughly equivalent to flipping the middle finger. It was considered provocative enough to start fights. Watsky seems to have taken liberties with the gesture's implementation, inviting Seuss to bite his thumb for him. While this may not have been done on purpose, it's possible that he wrote this line as an allusion to Seuss's supposed childish nature. If interpreted in this way, the line essentially means, "Fuck you thumbsucker, suck on this." Quite an audacious opening remark, but this is the Bard, after all. What do you mean Seuss's supposed childish nature? They're fucking children's books. I don't know, I guess one could interpret Seuss's work as for children, but...
All I'll say is that musically, like sonically, whenever I re-listen to this one, I love Shakespeare's verses. I love, what's his name? I'll put it on screen. I like those a lot better.
Yo, man, you're an old white soldier boy who has no swag.
Soulja Boy is widely derided for his lack of lyrical and technical ability, but he does have swag. Suess apparently has none. And no balls either. Incidentally, Shakespeare also invented the word swag. Specifically, he invented the word swagger, from which swag is derived. Midsummer Night's Dream contains the first recorded instance of the word.
That's true.
You know, when I first saw this in the behind the scenes, my hair stood on end and my fight or flight instincts kicked in. And I immediately thought, was he like a contributor to early epic rap battles of history? Was he like working on set and doing writing and stuff? And no, I can't find anything about it. He does guest star at some point playing Goku in season 3. But as far as like the entire fan base knows, this is his only other appearance. He was just here behind the scenes of Dr. Seuss versus William Shakespeare.
Like, come here, you little jerk. Taste the back of my palm. But you ain't my daddy. Nah, but I'm doing your mom.
I mean, I guess I don't have anything really particular to say about the lyrics on this one. I think the Shakespeare verses are just really clever. I think George Watsky is a really... You know, I think I hate to be disparaging here. I'm just trying to be... I think a lot of people might describe his, like, normal music as quote-unquote coworker music or maybe Reddit music.
Cold pizza. Tie-dye shirts.
And, you know, I will say, even though I did enjoy a couple songs when I was younger, when I went to revisit some of his music, I did find myself cringing a bit. I'm just being honest. Nothing wrong with that. I think everyone should be a little cringy, you know? His most popular song is called Whoa, Whoa, Whoa. And it features 3 angsty youths setting fire to a money-hungry jerk-face CEO's shiny new Lexus, or, I don't know, car models. Watsky was part of the super-fast white boy rapper phenomenon of the early 2010s, and I think it works well for the battles, but this isn't something I'd ever listen to while driving.
No, I gotta beat it up, I bend it, then I break it, then I chop it, then I eat it up, and Peter would never approve of the way I've been treating the music. I bleed it, I bruise it, I kick it to the curb, and then I'm sipping up.
I'm a huge fan of this cool thing the editor's done here, though, and I'll definitely be trying to recreate this as soon as possible.
I'm a phenomenon, and they gotta bring pain in the octagon. When I wanna spit game at a soccer mom, I get it quicker than the left lane on the Autobahn. Fast!
My name's Sam, and I've got some news. I've got me a case of the blowjob blues. Also, why the fuck is Bo Burnham in this? He doesn't even have a verse. Bo don't even flow, yo. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that George Watsky also has a song with MC Mr. Napkins himself about rapping without using the letter E.
As I run rings around a dingus, I do cunnilingus on a gymnast till that foxy lady hits a backflip.
Yeah, what can I say? The guy's talented. I guess that's what I can say. But I do think George Watsky is like a perfect addition for something like Epic Rap Battles of History because he's not only very technically good at rapping, but he seems to have a great understanding of like music history and music theory, and he seems to be very well read with a lot of authors. He knows a lot of references. I wouldn't be surprised if he was like an English major. And you know, the Cat in the Hat verses, you know, the first one is, you know, I guess it's kind of fun.
How you gonna battle with a cat in the hat? Little kids get scared when I step on the mat.
The whole thing really loses me around thing 1 and thing 2, which I know is the very end, but it's like so annoying to me that like it makes me not really want to listen to any of this.
Ugh, the beast is demonic in nature. Very icky, no good.
Okay, I had the exact opposite feeling that I did when I saw Ray William Johnson, when I saw Kyle Mooney, because I know that he also guest stars at some point. It also seems like he wasn't really like a contributor. I think he was also just kind of friends with Peter, and like to hang out on set sometimes, maybe. Which, considering that at some point a sketch that Kasim G did with Kyle Mooney ended up being turned into a recurring SNL sketch whenever Kyle Mooney was on SNL.
Troy, what up, dude?
How's it going over there, man? It's going pretty good. About a quarter of the way through this bomb-ass carnitas burrito.
Damn, dude, that looks so good.
And Kevin's gonna meet me here in like 15.
Oh, sick. Yeah. What up, Eric?
What's up, guys?
What up? What up, homie?
So I'm here with Emily and Pat. Emily, why are you so mad at Pat right now?
Because he beats off to pictures of my friends.
That means I feel like we could have seen at least one Epic Rap Battles of History sketch make its way to SNL. I'm gonna give Dr. Seuss versus William Shakespeare a C tier. No, B tier is fine, I guess.
And gold and wear them like my neck chain, sucker.
I don't know if this is like directly quoting Mr. T, but apparently this is a reference to the fact that he legally changed his name to Mr. T, mostly so that racist white people would have to call him Mr. instead of boy.
私は父が坊やと呼んでいたこと、おじが坊やと呼んでいたこと、そしてベトナムから帰ってきたばかりの兄までが坊やと呼んでいたことを幾度となく思い返してきました。そこで私は自らに問いかけました。こうして私は自らミスターティーと名乗りを上げました。そうすれば誰もが私を呼ぶ際、その口から真っ先に出てくる言葉が必ずミスターになるからです。
Hi there, neighbor. I hope you don't mind if I change my shoes. I'll be rocking sneakers till this battle's over, so I don't get blood from your ugly face on my panty loafer.
He wouldn't threaten him or insult him.
One in a million, but it looks
He would do that.
Barber gave your head a Brazilian.
He wouldn't insult his haircut, no.
Chains, you got too many. The only gold I keep is on the shelf in Miami.
He would not flex like that, no.
Full of children, I can tell. You call yourself T, cause you're too dumb to spell.
He would not insult his intelligence. Let's be so for real right now, Nice Peter.
The only pussycat you ever seen is on Henrietta, sucker. And your Mr. McFeely delivers a lot more than letters.
No, see, this is where you lose me, T. This is where you lose me, T. Cause like up here, it's like, these are good virgin disses. I'm always a fan of calling someone a virgin. But then he gets to hear, and he's like, oh, well, Mr. McFeely comes and fucks you in the butt, or whatever I mean, that's probably what he's implying. And it's like, okay, so you're just saying that he's an old gay man. I'm sorry. Not very. That's a little dated of you. Now, this specific battle is featuring a YouTube rapper named D-Storm, or D-Storm. I'm not exactly sure where the emphasis lies. But I, you know, when it comes to the guest stars, I like to be perusing through their YouTube career, see what kind of made them popular, what they were doing when they were featured on Epic Rap Battles of History, and what they're doing now. And D-Storm, it seems like he had some fun little videos throughout his career. I definitely understand why he drew an audience.
Got goosebumps when the box finally played my song, collecting all the Pokemon. Oh my God, Bay watches on. People put your swatches on and colorful stopwatches on. We need more time to reminisce about the 90s. Come with me, and I'ma show you how we go back in the days.
But nowadays, it seems like he's really only focused in doing AI-generated live-action reboot fake trailers.
You ain't ever watched Dragon Tales before?
Dragon Tales.
I would if it was a dark, dramatic movie.
You may awaken a dragon.
Dragon Tales, Dragon Tales.
Girls!
Do not let them leave here alive.
Soda, Popinski, Bald Bull.
I don't know why I found this so funny, but like obviously for the part where Mr. Rogers breakdances, the breakdancing body double they got does not have matching skin tone to Pete, as you can tell, and so they had to do whiteface.
This is Vince. He's a breakdancer. He's going to be the Mr. Rogers breakdancing body double. So we have to make him a little bit, well, whitey.
I'm going to give Mr. T versus Mr. Rogers a C tier as well. Those are kind of piling up right now in the first season because I think a lot of the humor hasn't aged that well. Not that it's like controversial now or offensive. It's just
doesn't hit the same. It just kind of feels, you know, like seeing like a Troll Face or a Forever Alone. I keep fucking knocking over this goddamn vape.
This is a great game that we play in America, Columbus. It's called Duck, Duck, Goose. Do you have an equivalent of that where you're from?
Yes, it is called Live Smallpox. Where we go around to indigenous populations, we go in a circle and it's like, a smallpox. And then you sit in the pickle jar and you die.
I like remember what it sounds like. This might be one of my least revisited ERBs because I remember what it sounds like every time.
I'll show you how a real explorer handles a situation. I'll beat you so bad they'll feel it in the next generation. So bring it on, I'll rip you like a Klingon. My rhymes will burrow in your ear.
Christopher Columbus fucking sucked. That Italian accent was annoying. There was not a single bar that made me like, ooh, shit. It was just stupid and boring. But Lloyd really fucking carried that one with his fucking...
Bring me back to 1492 so I can beat this man like it's my job. Well,
What's going on?
What's going on? What's going on?
I'm trying not to just look it up. I don't want to feel like a stupid Gen Z piece of shit. Come on, I know this. I know culture. I know culture without using the fucking Instagrams. Fuck. It's like, he did that one cover of Rocket Man that I've used in one of my own videos. Fuck. William Shatner, god damn it. Whatever, just fucking kill me and throw me in the dumpster then. Fine, do whatever you want. I don't give a shit.
My rhymes will burrow in your ears like the Wrath of Khan.
This is the second time the Wrath of Khan has been referenced in the first season of ERB. But this time it is more applicable because he's rapping against a Star Trek guy, so I'll give it a pass this time. Oh, in the Wrath of Khan, he tortures 2 Starfleet officers by putting alien worms in their ears. But he's also saying that his rhymes will be an earworm. Okay, that's actually kind of clever. I'm glad I read that. That does make me appreciate that line a little more.
Why don't you boldly go someplace you've never gone before, like India? Or any destination you've actually set sail for. You spaghetti eating fuck! How's your spice rack doing?
Kirk is insulting Columbus's Italian origin. Accepted comment. Columbus is Italian, so his origin is being made fun of. Which is just a rearrangement of the original sentence. Spice rack refers to Columbus's original intentions of reaching India for spices, and Kirk calls him out for this. Accepted comment. Columbus was from Genoa in modern Italy. The spice rack refers to his purpose in voyaging west. He hoped to trade with the Spice Islands in the East Indies, which I guess is just a slightly more specific version of the original comment. I do understand the Kobayashi Maru reference just because of The Office, though.
Just Kobayashi Maru'd the whole process. No. Yeah. Star Trek rules. It does.
It's gonna get. I was gonna give it a D tier, but I'm not gonna lie. Lloyd's Kirk impression bumps it up to C tier.
Bones!
I don't know if it's like some weird meta joke for the behind the scenes, because I know it didn't sound like this in the final version, but for the Nice Peter versus EpicLloyd like intro, Nice Peter does the intro and he introduces Nice Peter by his YouTube title, but then he introduces Lloyd by his legal name.
Nice Peter versus Lloyd Alquist! I'll slaughter your watercolor unicorns, eat them for breakfast!
Peter likes unicorns and his fans send his lots of unicorns that they make and stuff.
Dude, you're really huge on YouTube. You got a great career. But remember, you got famous off of my idea.
The battles were your idea to start with, that's no lie.
According to Nice Peter during an AMA on Reddit,
Lloyd and Napkins had the idea to do a bit on stage where they would get suggestions for 2 different people and freestyle a rap battle. Lloyd came to my house one night, he told me about his idea, and we freestyled the first ever ERB, Chucky versus Michael J. Fox. In the end, I'd say it was all of our ideas in different ways. Lloyd and Napkins had the original idea, I fleshed out the video concept, Dave gave it the visual style, and my YouTube subscribers gave us the tone of the characters with those early suggestions. They came up with the idea for Vader versus Hitler too. Thanks, homies, you changed my life. Okay, and apparently we do actually have lyrics for Michael J. Fox versus Chucky. I don't know the validity of these. Michael J. Fox in the house, y'all. Yo, Chucky here. Let me take this one, bitch. Yo, check it out. Watch me crank my amplifier up real high while I'm looking for the doc. You be a little tiny midget using a sock as a sleeping bag. You little weird crusted up fucking sore face. You have like 18 movies, man. Look at your fucking face. You're weird, you're dead, you're a little toy. I've been making movies since I was a little boy. I've been Back to the Future, and I've been Back to the Future again. And then I was in Back to the Future the 3rd time. Where have you been? Yo, mention my face, man. I'm getting dirty because you make me. Don't make me talk about how you're old and shit. And I know that this is how you are, I please. Gotta diss you for your Parkinson's. I think that's what you have. Baby, now you look old, a long neck, like a giraffe. Let me start to cut and suture. I'm gonna kill you, bring you back to the future. That was pretty good. Of course you gotta talk about disabilities, man. I know, Chucky, that's important, but you're fucking Freddy Krueger's abortion, man.
But I'm the one who had the brains to let a midget play the bad guys. Look at you. Let me just tell you what I see. You're a short little sidekick. I'll call you Mini-Me. I do a mustache.
That's enough with the short jokes, my guy. Alright, height, that's a low-hanging fruit, you know what I'm saying? For this annotation, they just have a list of all the times that Lloyd has played villains, which is frequently. I do think it's kind of funny that they include Thomas Edison in this list. Because I do think that's kind of based. Like, Loki, yeah.
Does it look like I have too much eye makeup on? I'm freaking out.
No, you're fine. You look great.
I don't know why they say that, because it absolutely does. Why does he have so much on? He looks so much weirder than he normally does. He already looks weird, but that's freaky.
Hey, do you want to buy some heroin?
Unfortunately, getting a C tier. I'm sorry. I feel like hopefully at some point we'll start getting a bit more diversity. We're hitting a little bit of a traffic jam right now. But as we start to age more towards the modern era, hopefully a lot of the general jokes and the production value will be aging better and or be more relevant. Fuck.
Someone loads you, bitch. Now stand up and ride. I only thought you out so I could beat your ass a second time.
But, and I'm sorry to tell you this, friends, that marks the end of Season 1 of Epic Rap Battles of History. I really did initially want this to be a ranking of every single episode, and I've already recorded all of my Season 2 rankings, but this got to be a bit much, and I figured it'd be best to cap it here. If you enjoyed this and you want to see me analyze and rank the remaining 76 episodes, you already know what to do. It's like, you like and comment, and share with your, yeah, you got it, just making sure. Anyway, I hate to end things so abruptly after making what I assume is going to be my longest video yet, but since I have so much more to say, I feel awkward bookending this all with my usual cheese fest about art and humanity and capitalism or whatever. We've got a long path to go, and if I'm going to put my other projects on pause to focus on this newest white whale, I'm going to need some reassurances that it'll all be worth it. Of course, it was my idea to start this, so I guess that's not entirely fair. And I don't only do this for views. Any project I take on stems from a genuine interest, so... Also, I can just stop starting massive projects that take over a year to finish and just fucking upload.
This is my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Mankato, Minnesota. Are you familiar?
Yes.
So I used to play shows at this little bar there, and there was this guy I took a break, and this guy, I used to play like funny songs and do a little comedy music show, and this guy with this big like meaty construction worker type hand, during a break he shook my hand. He was like, hey, my father died a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and he said that tonight for like 15 minutes during your show, I forgot all about it and was just here having a good time with my friends.
Oh, wow.
And I remember, that was maybe 18 years ago. And I remember being like, oh, that's my passion. My passion is to do something that's like fun for me, that takes people out of whatever they're worrying about or whatever they're down about, and takes them to a different place for a little while.
I was just hanging out at the beach with my lady. I swear we weren't making out. She was just lying on top of me. All of a sudden, two dudes showed up out of nowhere. They started making street music about me. What could I do about these two? I strapped on my blue socks. Ooh, socks seduction now. Flying high in my Superman socks. Flying high in my Superman socks. Blue socks on my dude's feet.
Probably. Maybe mind your business.
Oh, I was just letting you know.
No, I mean,
I don't mind that it's there. I'm sure you don't mind that
I was
it's there.
aware.
Okay. It's pretty a long game. It's pretty like hanging almost over your lip.
Okay. And
being a friend, just let
the point being,
was I supposed to be like, hey,
No, you pick your point. You're supposed to walk up to me and just like.
Oh, okay. I was supposed to just stick my finger.
No, you just kind of latch onto it and pull it out slowly. You know what's really funny is I know Sam's personality and the way he reacts to things like that, and I saw that like 20 minutes ago, and I chose not to say anything about it.
I saw it a while ago. I should say something. I should really say something, and I was like, nah. We'll let it hang.
Everyone's laughing at Sam now.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry.
You know, because like it didn't have to be. It could have been like a simple, hey, booger, and you'd be like, cool. And then you keep going, but you had to turn it into this big fucking ordeal.
I mean,